Here we are again on the 08 PT Cruiser. Now, when I was there doing the crank sensor, I also noticed that there was coolant leaking. So when I went to check and see where the coolant was coming from, I was like, oh man, this is coming from the radiator. So here we are doing the radiator job. Now you can see the radiator is right here on the front half, and he was just driving it, so it's probably a little warm. No big deal. Let's see, we got a couple connectors on it right here. Probably had to come off. We got one bolt, but I know there's multiple bolts. So basically what's going to have to happen, this front grill has to come off, and we're going to move the radiator support and probably go pop these off as well. But yeah, it's just for the clip. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we remove that, I'll reveal all the bolts for the radiator support. I'm not sure if you can see that, but right in there, it's kind of bashed in a little bit. You can see. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's kind of bashed in right there. And that's probably what caused the radiator to give way. But yeah, so we got that. We got the upper and lower hose that we got removed. And then pretty much we're good to go on that end. But here, let me see. Let me see what's what over here. But it seems like as well we got some type of oil leak, because that looks oily right there. It's probably from the gasket itself. All right, well, let's get this started. Let's get this party started. Go just grab everything we need. We're gonna raise the car up a little bit on both sides this time, so we could get under there really well and have some space. But yeah, let's get to it. I'm gonna just spray down all these bolts that I see just to make it a little easier. Now with these, I'm probably gonna take them off with the power tool. And when I put these back on, I'm probably gonna do them by hand because it's plastic. Gotta be careful with that, not to break it. But yeah, let's get this started. Make sure I record this because this one right here was already loose. I really didn't do anything, and it was a little loose. So somebody's been in here for sure before and loosen everything up. I just want to mention that. Okay, just want to show these bolts right here. They're very, very rusty at the bottom. And we got one bolt, and then I don't know if you can see bolt number 2, which is in the middle, but it's gone. I don't think there's a bolt in there. We just put my finger in the, yeah. So we got 5 bolts. And it looks like it has an external transmission cooler as well. So pretty much 4 bolts for the fan shield, or to take the fan off, right? And that's 1. There's 2. Then we got 2 on this side, this one and 1 up top. And then on this side, it seems like we have all 3. 1, 2, and then the one on top. And then we gotta pull the radiator off. We got 2 connectors, connector 1, connector 2 to take off. But yeah, let's get this party started. It's gonna be something interesting. Okay, so let me catch you up to date. So we drained the coolant. It's right down there. It was very dirty. We also unplugged both of the both of the connectors going into the fan, right? So we got those off. Now I pulled both radiator hoses, as you can see, one, and then underneath, can you see? The other one's right there. It's disconnected. But now, disconnecting this grill, you can see that this bolt is still in here. So when I had the power tool on it, you know, I zipped that off. This one wasn't zipping off, right? It was just spinning. This one zipped off, but this one wasn't zipping off. It was spinning. And so I pulled it up. It pops right out. But it seems like I'm encountering somebody who was in here before, for sure. I could tell already, just based off of what I'm seeing, that somebody was definitely in here before. Now, the problem with that is that, you know, you got to go through and fix what they did, pretty much, or finagle with what it is that they did. So here you just kind of pull down. Let me get this side. You pull down and boom, comes right off. All right, cool. So that's one piece off. Now, as you can see, like from before, this has been pushed in significantly, right? So this had to have a fender bender. You can see the transmission cooler right here just dangling, which is not a good look, and you could see it's all misaligned pretty much. So this was in a decent fender bender for it to, you know, cause all this. And that's probably where it affected the radiator and it broke it a little bit. But so as you see, we just go hit boom, boom, boom. 3. Wow, we're missing right here. So it's boom, boom. 2. So again, encountering somebody who was in here. So of course, what we're gonna do to make our life easier, some WD or penetrating fluid, like whatever you have to lube this up, just so it's a better takeoff, an easier takeoff. But yeah, we're definitely encountering somebody who's been in here messing around, and that's always not so much fun. Even I feel like that's supposed to have a bullet probably, but yeah, we'll catch you back up once I'm done here. I'll take that off and then we'll resume this whole process. All right, so we got it's about to come out pretty much. I just got lifted out, but so the biggest problem was these 2 bolts right here. That was the bane of my existence, and that's because like I showed you guys earlier, that transmission cooler right there, that's where it's supposed to attach. So instead of, you know, having support, it would just bend. So that caused a big issue when it came to taking it out. And then the other bolt that was a pain was this second bolt that's on here right here. But that was a pain. That was a pain because there's just no space and stuff. So got the 1/4 inch, it got the job done, thank God. Then I was able to finagle the impact ratchet to take it the rest of the way, and that was really helpful. But yeah, this thing should come right out pretty much. Unless it's okay, I see what it's attached to. I gotta just go down here because I got these plugs tied up because they were in the way, so I just threw them over this line right here. And then we got this that could potentially be in the way of that. So what I'm gonna do is just go grab this, yank her up. Okay, cool. I'll make sure my light is still alive. Yank her up to there. Just to make my life easier. It's coming out. Could probably reach that from the top now. I'll just leave it down like that. It'll be fine. All right. So these bolts right here, where my light is at the top of my light right there, those are so rusty that I put a socket on, and just by putting the socket on, no ratchet, no torque, no nothing, it's stripped out. Let's see, it's still leaking a little bit. Yeah. No big whoop. But yeah, just by putting the socket on those, it's stripped out. So that's an issue that we're gonna just have to handle once we get this out. But let's slide this underneath so we don't get too much on this pad. Okay, cool. So let's put you guys somewhere where you can kind of see what's happening. Alright, cool. Kind of see what's happening. Let's take you, put you back over there. What the hell? All right. Oopsie daisy. Let's just check. It'll be easier to fix that right there now. Alright. So, we got it off. There she is. We just gotta remove this connector off. I mean, not even. We just gotta take these bolts off right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you see, that one's not there. But yeah, let's get to it. And it's very rusty, so that's gonna be a struggle, maybe possibly, to get that off. But I have a few tricks up my sleeve that I'm probably gonna use in order to take those off. All right, let's grab the new part, match it up, and then go from there. Okay, so we got it off. It looks the same pretty much all the way around. It does have transmission connections. If it didn't have a transmission cooler, that's what we would use. But we'll leave those empty. And then right here, he asked me to see if I could, and I saw this the other day, see if I could just connect it and put it together in a way that'll hold. So yeah, we'll get that done for him. And yeah, these tabs looking horrendous, but there we go. We'll just get this connected. There's no click or anything, and I could just move it in and out. So we'll just wrap it up with some tape, and hopefully that'll do a better job. Hold it for him so he can have some AC for now. Very good. Alright, so transferred it over. Everything's on that one. So now all we have to do is put that one into here. And I also taped it up. Hopefully I can already see that that's not trying to hold. What I'll do is I'll maybe zip tie it up, and hopefully that'll hold that connection. But there we go. Now it's just reassembling everything up. All right, so we got everything back together. We're now bleeding the system. Just waiting for all those air bubbles to stop. The system's bound to have air in it because, of course, we took off all the hoses to replace the radiator. The one thing that we gotta keep our eye on as we go is that gauge right there, the temperature gauge, just so that we can understand where we're at. And we just keep on going back and forth. And I'm not going to add any more until it really asks me to add more. You know, because sometimes they'll just burp with all that in the system. But once the thermostat opens up, then this fluid is going to probably get exchanged at a quicker rate. And then what I'm going to do as well is all the fluid that's in here, at the end, I'm going to just pop it into there and fill it up completely. And that's just overflow of the coolant. So pretty much once that's all said and done, we'll keep on looking at underneath a little bit to see if we have any leaks. And if we don't have any leaks, then it's a job well done. And pretty much we're good to go on this one.